Nvidia just revealed their big vision at CES 2025: smarter robots, safer autonomous cars, and a future powered by platforms like Cosmos and Omniverse. But let's get real for a second. What does this actually mean for the people behind the tech, the workers, the families, and the communities that will feel the biggest impact? Today, I'm breaking it all down. We'll talk about how these technologies might reshape our world, who stands to benefit, and who might get left behind. And most importantly, what we can do about it. This isn't just about the future of robots, it's about the future of us. Let's start with what Nvidia is bringing to the table. Cosmos is an AI platform designed to train robots and autonomous vehicles. It's like teaching machines how to think, learn, and adapt. Omniverse, on the other hand, is a virtual testing ground. Developers use it to simulate real-world environments, from bustling city streets to complex factory floors, to make sure these machines are ready for anything. The idea is simple: smarter robots, better cars, and fewer risks. But as impressive as this sounds, there's a big question. How does this leap in technology fit into our messy, unpredictable human world? Nvidia imagines a world where robots handle repetitive tasks, autonomous cars eliminate traffic accidents, and AI systems make cities more sustainable. And yeah, it sounds amazing. But let's pause for a moment. Reality isn't as clean and predictable as a simulation. What happens when things go wrong? Machines trained in Omniverse might struggle with real-world unpredictability, like a car suddenly swerving into their lane or a robot facing a power outage. Who can afford this future? Will smaller businesses or rural communities even have access to these technologies? Or will this future only serve the wealthiest cities and corporations? What about oversight? With so much power concentrated in a few platforms, how do we make sure these tools are used responsibly and fairly? These are tough questions that go beyond the shiny promise of innovation. Let's talk about jobs. Studies show that by 2030, automation could replace up to 30% of jobs. Think about the people in industries like trucking, manufacturing, or even customer service. What happens to them when machines step in? Some will find new opportunities in tech, roles like AI trainers or robotics engineers. But let's be honest, not everyone can or wants to make that leap. For someone in their 50s or 60s, spending decades in the same career, the idea of learning AI programming might feel impossible. For others, the cost of retraining or the time it takes simply isn't realistic. So what happens to the people who lose their jobs and can't transition? Financial hardship. Imagine losing your job but not having the resources to upskill or find new work. For many, that means falling into poverty. Mental health struggles. Work isn't just about money, it's about purpose and identity. Losing that can lead to depression, anxiety, and a sense of isolation. Community disruption. Entire towns that depend on industries like manufacturing or transportation could be hit hard, creating economic ghost towns. These aren't abstract problems. They're the real human consequences of rapid technological change. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can shape a future where technology works for everyone, not just the lucky few. Here's how. Universal safety nets. Governments could provide support like universal basic income to help people transition through job loss. Accessible training programs. Localized, affordable training tailored to real needs, like sustainable farming tech in rural areas or caregiving robots in aging communities. Human-centered work. Not every job has to be about productivity. We can create meaningful roles in education, arts, and caregiving, focusing on what makes us human. Inclusive AI. Companies like Nvidia have a role to play in making their tools user-friendly and affordable, so they benefit everyone, not just big corporations. Beyond jobs, there are bigger questions we need to ask. Who gets to decide how AI is used and who benefits from it? How do we prevent biases in AI from harming marginalized communities? And how do we ensure privacy in a world where AI systems track so much data? These aren't just tech problems, they're human problems. and solving them will take input from everyone, not just engineers and CEOs. So what can you do? Stay curious. Learn about how these technologies work and what they mean for your life. Speak up, advocate for policies that ensure fairness and inclusivity. Support local efforts. Get involved in your community, whether it's pushing for accessible training programs or supporting those struggling to adapt. Nvidia Cosmos and Omniverse could shape an amazing future, but only if we do it right. It's not just about robots or AI, it's about people, about making sure no one gets left behind. If this video got you thinking, hit that like button, share it, and subscribe for more real conversations about the intersection of tech and humanity. And tell me, what's your biggest hope or worry about automation? Let's keep this conversation going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.